Alright, here with usual weekly look at Amstrad Action. Where we left off, the last game we played was Billy the Kid. A game that makes sense, played with a light gun. Now we have two games that make no sense, played with a light gun. But they have that option for some reason whatsoever. For some reason, who knows why. Must have been desperate for games, I guess. But anyway, so we start with F-16 Fighting Falcon, Virgin Mastertronic, 199 cassette, joystick or keys. Once upon a time, there was a game called Afterburner. Software houses noticed that plane-based shoot 'em downs were fun and sold profoundly well. Fighting Falcon is Afterburner's light gun clone. The oddest and most notable aspect of the game is the controls. To avoid enemy fire, you shoot yourself in the tail. Then, supposedly, your plane swings away to safety, and you have no choice where it goes, it just moves. The enemy are dealt with by, you guessed it, shooting them too. So, on screen there's a whole lot of things to shoot and no real need to be accurate. If you kill the enemy that's about to kill you, then there's no need to move. If you miss and hit yourself, then you move and the danger's past. The game moves too fast for light gun control, which is naturally vague, to be effective, or even appear to be effective. First A target score. Finish the first mission. Second opinion. Just couldn't get the hang of it. Green screen. Even less fun. And it plays worse than it looks. The verdict: graphics 61%, Sonics 29%, grab factor 16%, staying power 34%, AA rating 44%. Alright, now we get to play the thing. Normally, on keyboard like a normal person. Right. Oops. Okay. Right. F-16 Fighting Falcon, Mastertronic, invulnerability. No, we're not cheating. Normal magnification. Normal, please. Play it like a normal person. Fire to play. Pro. Wow. Bang. Crash. Game on. Mission 1, Sahara. 3. You actually have to move. Good luck hitting anything. You have limited ammo, which is why I'm being careful with the ammo. Oh, you got me. That's what a crash looks like. What about these tanks? How you hit the tanks? Pretty much just keep moving. Oh. Hello, miss. Oh. There you go. Finish the first mission. Well done, you've completed level 1. Mission 2, Savannah. Oh, now it's green. Two at a time. Oh. It does that. It's, yeah. Those helicopters appear, you pretty much die. Oh, another one, and just shoot you. Of course it does. Game over! Well done. A new high score. Type your name. Yeah. Try it again. Not that we're going to get any better. Oh, can we quit? Do we have a quit option? We do not. Oh, oh. See, never sit still. It gets you killed. You can just kill me. Okay. Try again. Sahara. I'm not sure if you can shoot the tanks at all. Right, we got the helicopter. I'm out of ammo. We just dodge everything, I guess. Oh, never mind. Oh, we reached the end of the mission. Got 10 ammo back. We're level 1. Will we get more ammo back? That would be nice. 60. Woohoo! I'm just waiting for the helicopters to appear. So otherwise, why waste ammo? Yes. Oh, never mind. Oh, we got him. Oh, stage ends. Stage just ends. Level 2. Mission 3. Arctic. Now it's white. Oh. Did I see penguins? There's penguins down there. Oh no. Got people ice fishing. Oh, it's fuzz more often, huh? We're fighting 2 shots at once. Oh, made it. You're complete level 3. Mission 4, Atlantic. That's blue. You just go around so you can hopefully avoid everything. That's the idea, at least. Ah, he got me. Damn helicopters. Trying to figure out how often he's going to shoot, but nah. Cool. Okay. Well done, you've completed all it. That was it. That's it. It's 4 levels. Woohoo! Okay. Here we doing it all again. There's nothing happening on the stage. They haven't made it harder, really, have they? Just dodge everything. Here we go. Oh done, you've completed level 1. Looks like we're not getting any more extends. I'm going to shoot. Okay. I'm sure this is all the fighter pilots fly their planes around a circle and no one ever hit them. I'm sure that's how it works. Mission 3, Arctic. Oh, got me. Uh-oh, we're in our last life. Huh? Atlantic. Oh, it got me. Damn it. Oh well. Game over. Yeah, we're the best. That's F-16 fighting Falcon. On to the next. Let's see, well, there is no more. Right. Next game is American Turbo King from Virgin Mastertronic, 199 cassette, joystick keys. Or light gun. A car game controlled with a gun? Yep, it sounds daft. It is daft. In Turbo King, your BMX Super Sprint Sim style car has to weave its way through a series of obstacles, trying to finish a race and finish first. The direction of your motor is controlled by shooting pads at either side of the screen for a turn left or right. Forward and reverse is simply a matter of blasting the car. Nothing too difficult there, and that's the problem. Once you've got the line right for the shooting, there's little else to it. The obstacles and jumps are either totally avoidable or destined to destroy car after car, whatever you do. There are loads of different courses to race over. They're all essentially the same, just with different colours and the obstacles in a more difficult order. First 8 talent score. Win the first race. Second opinion. If you ask me, Virgin has shot itself in the foot with this one after a few attempts. Green screen. Not really any worse. The verdict. Graphics 31%. Sonics 26%. Grab factor 46%. Staying power 61%. AA rating 39%. Okay. Huh. Again, we're going to play this like a normal person on a keyboard. Or joystick controls via keyboard. Copyright notice. This program is protected under copyright law and may not be copied, hard, reproduced, or for... Okay. American Turbo King. Mastertronic. American Turbo King. With joystick or keyboard. Hard to play. No high score table or anything. Stage 1. California Beach Race. Get ready. Dudes. Go. Okay, it does actually auto center. That's interesting. Oh. Whee! Oh. Thank God these are reverse. Bloop, 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 beep. Car hit! Okay, I had a choice of something. Try again. Get ready. Go. Okay, take the jump. Whee! You kind of have to, otherwise you wouldn't be able to clear those blocks. Okay. Landing on the car, another car is good. Right, I'm away. Jeez. Stage 2, Rocky Mountain Pass. Get ready. Imagine controlling this with a light gun. It seems stupid. Oh no, we've got cars we've got planes bombing us for reasons. God. Try to get in my way on purpose. Car hit, try again. Get ready. Go. Jump. Whee! Oh no, we're gonna go over those rocks again. And they're gonna avoid water because touching water will of course instantly vaporize you. You know, just as water does. See, like that guy got touched the water. He disappeared, disintegrated. Uh-oh. Just don't land on top of water. That would be bad. Oh. Did I just graze the water or something? Get ready. It's right in front of the finish line, because of course. Stage 3! Grand Canyon Run. Get ready. Got 3 lives again. You get 3 lives for each stage, I guess. Oh boy, we've got helicopters now. Oh, that's not the right way. Oh. Out of the way. Out of the way. Well, wasted a lot of time. Oh no, more water. We're gonna run out of time, aren't we? Eee, let's jump over the water. Time up! Yeah. Try again. Oh, we gotta continue. Oh, we gotta start from the beginning. Oh no. We know to go left at least. Oh. Out of the way. Out of the way, dude. Out of the way. Oh, yeah. Then right on top of me. You don't get any time back. Alright? Of course not. I'm in front of a boulder, because of course. We're just going to run out of time again, aren't we? Whee! Let it be in the air! What? That was fair. A new record! Type your name. High school is pro mega good. Fair. Hey, let's try again. You ready? Go. Jump. Whee. And again. Whee. Oh, here we land right in there, huh? Well, that's a good start. Try again. really have a lot of time. Huh. Rocky Mountain Pass. Heal all your lives back. You get 3 lives for each stage. Oh. I'm not going to be able to get through there, huh? Nope. Oh, we got to run out of time on here too, aren't we? Well, okay. Memorize the courses, I guess. I figured there was probably a way through, but no. Oh, come on! Come on! That was fair. That's going to park me right in front of the. Oh no, you can pass it at least. There's something. We made it. Grand Canyon Run. Back this again. Get ready. Alright. Watch out for the explosions. Remember which way to go. Oh. Try again. Oh, don't touch the water. Don't touch the water. Oh. Oh, I think I grazed the water. Try again. Can't hit that water. Three seconds. Oh. The helicopter hit me anyway. Like I could do something about it. One more go. One more go. Two. Out of my way, dude. Out of my way. Can you do something about him? have a gun. That'd be good. Fire button does nothing. Fire button does nothing. Whee! Oh, avoid that. Avoid that. Oh no. Yeah, so it's a trap if I remember. I'll go backwards. This one you want to jump. Whee! 20 seconds. Ah, space dude. You ready? Go. Is that right? Well, where are you going, dude? Where are you going? Oh no, he got me. Lose control when that happens. Try again. Trust you. Oh, he can bomb the other car and it doesn't kill it, huh? That's fun. Oh, that was fair. Try again. Oh, you know. Grand Canyon Run. Okay. He left. He streamed into me. Come on. Ridiculous. Try again. We're going to hit that water, aren't we? Oh, no, no, okay. Oh! What do you crowd the ramp for? You know you have to use it. How much do we skip? Enough. Maybe we can take that as a death warp or something. Yeah, here we go. Stage 4, Great Lakes stage. Maybe it's like F-16 fighting Falcon, and there's only 4 stages. Who knows? What? What hit me? Good job, Games. You need to skip a bit though. Yeah. No. It's going to be a trap. Yeah. No, attention! Jesus. Try again. Try again. There's a ramp here. I guess we have to use it. Oh, it's a trap! Ramp was a trap! Ramp was a trap. Yeah. We'll move on. Move on. Here we have another budget re-release. No need to play this, we've played it before. It's Enterprise. Re-released by Mastertronic, $2.99 cassette, joystick keys. Lost in space? You will be when you play Enterprise, the latest budget re-release from Mastertronic. It's another of those space trading games where you fly around the galaxy, trading goods with interstellar life forms. Buy cheap and sell dear. All the fun of the stock market, only in outer space. Enterprise is an elite clone, but doesn't touch it in gameplay. The goods traded are simply called Class A minerals, Class B minerals, and so on through to Class P minerals. There are reputed to be 5 billion planets to visit, but in practice these are all the same. In Elite, all the planets have unique names, descriptions, population data, and various other factors that add interest and character to this game. Here, you just have the barest information to go on. The most important aspect that's missing from the game is a combat section. There are no pirates to fight off, no traders to ambush, and generally nothing to do. Outer space is thus extremely boring. Once you come out of hyperspace, it's simply a case of flying toward a planet and twiddling your thumbs till you get there. The best part of the game is when you land on a planet and meet an alien. A little animated face appears and talks to you. It tries to reply intelligently to your sentence, with varying degrees of success. It can be quite amusing for a while. General chit-chat doesn't achieve anything though, and certain necessary key phrases are brought up by pressing the function keys. These include lines which actually get things done, like asking, how much is your fuel? Enterprise may keep you amused for an hour or two. It's fairly well programmed and there's some nice graphical touches. There isn't enough depth or atmosphere to keep your interest for much longer than that though. First day target score, buy something. Second opinion, it's like a feeble cross between Captain Blood and Elite, and I didn't go much on those either, sorry. The verdict, graphics 48%, Talking Alien looks good. Outer Space is very boring. Sonic's 20%, annoying bleeping all the way through the game. Grab factor 68%, alien conversations are fun. Staying power 25%, a shallow game with not a lot to do. AA rating 30%. Wasn't good first time round, it certainly isn't now. Next we have Raster Runner, a Mastertronic. $2.99 cassette. Joystick keys. The blue streak meets its maker. Oh. Remember Tron? That was the computer animated film where the programs were alive and fought each other in deadly duels. Remember the light cycles? They were the motorbike-like machines that left behind a trail of solid light, colliding with which spelt certain doom. Well, that's Raster Runner, a Tron clone, where you're pitted against an opponent on plasma bikes. The object is simple: don't crash. Easier said than done, though. The arena soon gets filled up, making manoeuvring more and more difficult. The two cycles start side by side. Two scrolling windows show a small area around each cycle. At the top of the screen is a panel that displays both players' score. Also present is a radar screen. This shows both players represented as dots and the lines they have leave behind. If you're trapped in a corner, you can use an energy shield that allows you to go through previously formed barriers. However, you're limited to just 3 uses per round. The game lasts until one player has crashed 10 times. Sounds a long time, but comes quickly enough. A competitor can be either human or computer, but it's more fun against another player. The alarmingly fast scrolling doesn't put the computer off in the same way it does a person, and so the competition is a little unfair. Nevertheless, the computer can be beaten. Once you discover a winning technique, it is possible to win most of the time. First day target score, top the high score. Second opinion, an old concept, but fun when played against another human opponent. Green screen, nothing. It's nothing. The verdict. Graphics 47%. Polished graphics, but not a lot of them. Sonics 50%. Total tune isn't bad. FX limited to engine noises and explosions. Grab factor 52%. Looks unimpressive. You get hooked fairly quickly. Staying power 73%. 2 well-matched players will play all day. No variety. AA rating 59%. Limited, unoriginal, but fun. Huh? And now we can prepare for the music. The very familiar music. That's not from a game we haven't looked at. And this it's definitely one I've played before and have. Retro. Raster Runner, Mastertronic. Yeah, we've got the Buzzconian 87 music. One, 2, easy, medium, keyboard joystick 2, or easy, medium, hard with the CPU options. Easy. just copied this, or the use the set. They don't give credits, so whether Jesse Brooke just reused this, or just whether they just pinched it or not. Who knows? Bob and Bill. Yeah. Let's go. Get ready! Oh, you do have a shield. Okay, like that. Oh! Whoops. Hard to react to the wall coming up because you move so damn fast! Okay, it's not really working. I wish I used my shield at that point, huh? Nope! Can't do that! I thought of that. Oops. Yeah, I'm good at this. Gotcha. Here we go, we won one somehow. Ah! Oh! I get close enough for the... Good. Ah! Yeah, the picture is from Bosconian in 1987 as well. Yeah. One more go. Oh, I went early. I went too early. Yay! Oh, I didn't see where that was. I should just look at the radar. That'd be the easiest thing to do. Ah, can't react fast enough. Okay. Oh! I should just stick to looking at the... looking at the radar. I should stick to looking at the radar. I should wait for him to make a mistake. Okay. Okay. Oh. We did better. But yeah, that's all there is to the game. It's just Tron and little tiny windows. We'll move on. Enough of that. Alright, next game is Mania by Hewson, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick keys. What a predicament! Flippo's stuck in a maze, high up in the outer reaches of space. He's not allowed out until he changes all the floor tiles from one colour to another. To do this, not surprisingly perhaps, he has to flip them all over. Easier said than done. To turn to his quest, energy-zapping aliens patrol the maze, making great holes too are numerous. One wrong step sending poor Flippo tumbling into the void. Maze Mania is reminiscent of Squeak. The colour-changing concept is the same as to a certain extent as the gameplay. The monsters move around slowly at first, but speed up in the later levels. A bonus collectible moves around each level. Grabbing it gives you a surprise goodie. The game gives you have a bird's eye view of Flippo's rather large head as the screen moves around him. The scrolling is smooth and flicker-free. And as Flippo walks along, his massive feet stride away beneath him. Very nicely animated. In fact, all the sprites are well animated, but the game suffers graphically. The background graphics are nothing special, but acceptable. The tiles are about what you'd expect and flip nicely. What really lets the game down are the sprites. The characters consist of white outlines, with whatever is beneath them showing through. Fine if you've got a spectrum, but not so good on the CPC. Sound is limited to the flipping of tiles and a few other spot effects. Although sparse, it doesn't detract seriously from the game, and at least it isn't annoying. Maze Mania is too easy if anything. The monsters can be easily avoided by jumping over them. Collision with a beastie isn't fatal, but drains your life force. Fortunately, you have enough to last quite a few close scrapes. This time I jump over a hole though, and it's curtains. All in all then, it has bad graphics, limited sound, and it's too easy. Still, it's not a bad game, and despite the criticisms, has an undefined quality that keeps you coming back for more. First day target score, 25,000 points. Second opinion, just another maze game with a few dodgy sprites to boot. Green screen, the sprites are clearer in green. The verdict, graphics 36%, nice animation, undisguised spicky graphics. Sonic's 40%. Effects are okay, but no tune. Grab factor 59%, easy to get into. Looks uninspiring. Unaspiring. Staying power 61%, rapid acceleration through levels. Everything's the same. A rating 60%. Could have been so much better. Okay. Okay. If we go Maze Mania, this lovely dude. So, no tune? Someone say no tune? What's this? Maze Mania, copyright 1989, Houston Limited. Top scorers, Jim, 20,000 points. Let's go. You ready? Level 1. Veggie Gardens. Well, dude. I don't do. This is fun. The way it just explodes. Sometimes tiles don't flip over. You can change direction when you jump. I don't think you could. Energy low. I don't know if this is that easy. Oh, extra fuel, whatever that means. Didn't flip over. What tile are we missing? Oh, there's one. Gotta find the one tile we're missing, whichever it happens to be. Alright, no, get off him. Where is it? There it is. There's another one. Find exit. Here's the exit. Board complete. Board bonus 500. Bonus game. Oh. Bonus over. No bonus. Level 2. Organic computer. Then flip over. Oh. Jump on them. Just some tiles just flip over. They don't change colour. Oh god. Oh, we can pick those up. 750 points. Find exit. So where's the exit? That's the... No. Where's the exit? Find the exit? See it somewhere? There it is. Whew. Bonus game! Oh. Oh. 100 bonus. Woo! Level 3, nuclear plant. change direction and jumping. Okay. So yeah, it does feel a bit easier than Squeak. So where are we missing? We're missing some tile somewhere. Jump on him. Oh, here's one. Find exit. Where's the exit? Here it is. Board complete. Bonus game. That didn't go so well. 300 bonus. Okay. Get ready, level 4. Fiji Gardens. They're already recycling graphics. Oh. These tiles just not turning over. Oh no, I mistimed that. I think this is our last live. Oh, I didn't keep. I turned or. Game over. Enter name. I tried again, but I think I'd probably bore myself. It's, I think I prefer Squeak. Play that and just play that instead. Alright, we'll move on. Also, no music now all of a sudden. Alright, next game. It's Hoppin' Mad. Again, this is one we've played before. This is another budget re-release by Encore, $2.99 cassette, joystick or keys. Hoppin' Mad is a strange game. You have to guide a bunch of bouncing balls through a perilous landscape. Perilous because there are various pricklies to dodge, both stationary ones on the ground and mobile in the guise of creatures. Contact with them pops one of your balls. Thankfully, not everything is deadly. Apples hang enticingly from branches. The real objective is the balloons that float around. Collect 10 and you're through to the next level. You have 4 balls per life that bounce continuously from right to left. You control the height and speed at which they bounce. When one gets punctured, then it fades away into nothingness. A warning not to be so careless with the remainder. The balloons float erratically in the opposite direction, but you need good timing to bounce up and get them at the right instant. The different levels aren't very different. The graphics change, but they basically do the same things. Graphically, the game stinks. Yep, it's a dreaded spiky conversion again, and although too colourful, suffers from the monotone graphics of the CPC's poor cousin. The choice of colour too is surprising. It seems that most garish combination possible has been chosen. It looks like something produced by a 3-year-old at nursery school. In-game sound consists basically of boings, boings, and more boings. The music on the title screen is good though, certainly more bouncy than the sound effects. Hopping Mad treads a thin line between being incredibly frustrating and maddeningly addictive. The control method is difficult to master, but offers a lot of scope once it has been learned. Whichever way you look at it though, it's a load of old balls. Second opinion. Novel idea, but what a dodgy job they've done. Still, it's very colourful. Shame all the shades clash. Green screen. At least you don't see those dreadful colours. The verdict. Graphics. 25%. Yuck. Sonic. 65%. Jolly title tune. Few in-game effects. Grab factor. 52%. Interesting controls method. Staying power. 43%. Very little variety. AA rating 48%. Nothing special. As I said, we've played it before, so we don't have to do it again. And go straight on to Psycho Hopper. Mastertronic Plus. $2.99 cassette. Joystick or keys. If you gaze into the night sky, you may see a small star, just to the left of the dog star's hindquarters, shinning its little heart out. That's the world of dreams, central planet in the belt of unreality. In a few years' time, this will become a holiday playground for the rich, famous, and seriously deranged. For on this planet, everything during the season of high unlikelihood, anything can happen. It's the kind of place where the idea of tackling millions of nasties while riding a bubble of poison gas seems a sensible, nay even probable way to spend a vacation. Yep, the holiday maker is you. To escape this recreational wonderland on a thin balloon filled with the deadliest gas ever even thought of has to be bounced through a variety of caverns and caves. In your hands is a blunderbuss. Don't ask questions about narrative logic, just shoot. To fend off the hordes of nightmare creatures heading your way. To complete each level, 4 pieces of a magical skull have to be collected before the bats and baddies puncture the balloon you're sitting on. The bubble just bounces to many heights and over great lengths. The trick is persuading it to leap onto the upper platform and beneath the overhangs, enabling you to grab the jeweled skull. Bats, gnomes, skeletons, and multiple other monsters, more suited to nightmares than dreams, are out to spoil your holiday. Your only 2 options are bouncing out of the energy-sapping path, impossible, or shooting them, extremely difficult, because every time they touch the bubble, it gets 1 stage nearer to bursting point. When it bursts, then the poor little rider, your own good self, rapidly chokes to death as evil chemical vapours fill the air. Psycho Hopper is a real headacher if you try to play on joystick. It's one of those games where you try to force the stick a little harder to help your man make that jump. Time and time again, the bubble will narrowly miss its target, sending you rebounding into a fang of bats. Okay, Smarty, what's the collective noun for bats then? It's extremely frustrating, mind-boggling, so in fact, trying to negotiate the correct route without falling down a hole when you shouldn't, or onto those rather nasty-looking spikes. You're a generous upper limit of blasts from the blunderbuss, which is just as well, as you have a vast number of heavyweight beasties out there in Dreamland. 3 lives help in this respect too, as much time and many hits are taken while you try to get on the right track. Death, it seems, is a popular way of spending your summer holes, if you're rich, famous, and or seriously deranged. Bouncy, bouncy. Cast a glance at Psycho Hopper, and your initial response is disbelief. This is a budget? The graphics exhibit real character with a bold use of colour and imaginative sprites. It simply looks too smart to be on sale at $2.99. Play it for a while and you'll soon see why it never made it on the full price circuit. It's addictive and fun, but too darned difficult. On a scale of 1 to 10 on the toughness front, this baby scores a mighty 23.7. There's an awful lot to be said for games that are hard to finish, but this one's hard to start as well. Completing the first level is possible, but not without losing at least one very valuable life in the process. Games should be graduated, so as you learn to play, you to stay alive for longer, thus earning more points. In Saga Hopper, this painfully is not the case. You can either get rather good at the game and still see no noticeable change in your score potential, which is a little disconcerting. A solid budget title that has everything from a great game concept through to excellent graphic implementation, it falls down heavily on its playability. After a few tense hours of bouncing and blasting, even its bubbly fun wears thin, and you are left with a game in which there's precious little chance of success. And it would be nice to see the rest of the game, because it should be a stunner. These levels will, alas, just have to remain a mystery, at least until Uncle Phil gets his paws on it. First aid target score, finish level 2. Second opinion. Bouncing on a space hopper is a novel way to travel, but it turns out to be the most irritating form of transport since British Rail. Green screen. Plain backgrounds mean good green viz. The verdict, graphics, 88%. Humorous nightmare graphics. Way above the normal budget picks. Sonic's 52%. Neat spot effects, all boing and bang. Check out the wobbly music. Grab factor, 45%. Hard on the beginner. Hard on the veteran. Staying power, 54%. A real monitor pushing game. It's just too hard. A rating, 67%. Great idea, but far too difficult. Why not? Yeah. Sucker Hopper, run away. Time for Sucker Hopper. Oh, look at that face. Oh. The Hopper is bucktooth for some reason. Saga Hopper, written for Mastertronic by Lothlorien. Coded. Okay. Yeah, you get to see the face again. Coded and in-game music by Tony Williams. Graphics, Martin Holland. Cold tune and effects, Paul Tonge. Get a screenshot of that. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, bouncing. Bouncing. Yeah. Oh. There's one part. Of course, there's a weird thing where you fall through you lose bounce. Go in here first. Probably a part here. Oh, put my one up there. I thought this bottom one but it was a dead end. No. Ah, little gnomes. Okay, we do have a lot of shots. Oh no, that's time, never mind. We get up there though, that's the difficult bit without dying. Here we go, we did it. Got up. Not before we almost did. Oh no, a skeleton! Oh, I did! Oh jeez! He threw a skill at me! Like half my damage. Oh, that lightning! How are we going to get... Back. How am I going to get over there? About dying it is. Here we go, here we go. Oh no. Come on. Come on. I think you get better controls than just this. Oh, there you go. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, that kills you instantly. How are you supposed to avoid that? Oh jeez, you did it again. Oh, got over. I just gotta bounce high enough to get the thing. Here we go. That's one stage done. here. We gotta avoid them spikes, so there's instant death. If you go to a lower platform, you lose any height you gain. That's annoying. No, not quite. Stupid. Come on. Oh, we got it. Got up. Go, how are you supposed to get up here? When you hit the top, you lose. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. You can get higher than that. Up top. You got a life. Are we gonna do it all again though? Up there again. Oh, here we go, we got up. Oh no! Oh! Gotta go back and do it all again. All this be done in a time limit. Oh no! Okay, got up. No! No! We did it once. Time's gonna run out. Problem. Got get up there. No! Oh, lost it. Well, time's running out, that's for sure. Oh, I think I might die before then. Yeah. Game over! I said I really don't want to do any more. Impossible is a much better game than this is. Oh, it's nonsense. It's impossible. Yeah, we'll move on. I don't really feel like playing that anymore. Next game. Only pulls and horses. Next game is Puffy Saga by Ubisoft. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Poor old Puffy. There he was, taking his girlfriend up the woods. Oh yes, say no more, he'd. We made a wrong turning somewhere. Now the pair of them are trapped in a strange alien maze world. The only way out is, for some inexplicable reason, to collect all the orange dots scattered around each maze. Of course, it wouldn't be an alien world without aliens. And aliens there are aplenty. Nasty red ghosts haunt the corridors. Disembodied eyes follow you around. Fire-breathing dragons try to fry you to a crisp. Not a very pleasant place at all. It's the fire-breathing dragons. That's only level 5. It's not all doom and gloom, though. Littered around the mazes are various inanimate objects that are there to help you. Food to keep you going, and keys to unlock doors, and chests which contain surprise goodies. And there's also magic to collect and use in your time of need. Sound familiar? Yeah, Puffy Saga is a Gauntlet clone. A very cute Gauntlet clone, though. The mazes are in a very similar in style and layout to the coin-op classic. It features the same type of puzzles, keys and doors, for example, work in an identical fashion. There are also walls that disappear when you collect a certain icon, and walls that you can shoot your way through. The feel of the game is, however, different to Gauntlet. The cartoon style of the graphics take cuteness to the extreme. So much so that you'll be reaching for a brown paper bag if your stomach's not strong enough. Mr. Puffy himself is a very stout fellow. In fact, he and his girlfriend share the build of a colour of a tennis ball. All that distinguishes the pair from the other is that she wears a red ribbon in her hair. At least Puffy himself is a bit of a strange one. In fact, they bear more than a passing resemblance to Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man. And in the game, you can choose to control either character. Puffy is more powerful, but Puffin, for that's the damsel's name, is a better mover. That's enough innuendo. The on-screen playing area is fairly small, but it scrolls quickly and smoothly. The sprites too are tiny. They are well detailed, however, and because the characters are simple, ball-shaped beings, they're very good looking graphically. The principle of the game is familiar. All the dots must be collected before you can pass to the next level. Also to be collected are items that give you extra firepower, invulnerability, speed, and all the usual stuff. The magic goms can be accumulated and used at appropriate times. Here you can select the effect that the magic has. You can use them to boost your flagging life force, swap between Puffy and Puffin, or to conjure up a map to aid your direction finding. One aspect of Gauntlet that Puffy Saga doesn't duplicate is a 2-player mode. This is a real pity, as it was one of the former's most attractive features. The ability for 2 people to play simultaneously side by side or against each other added a lot to the game. The first 7 levels of Puffy Saga are played in a set order. After that, they're selected randomly. This enables you to explore many different levels without having to play for hours to get to the same point. Your energy depletes at a fair rate, and to stem the flow, you've got to find the grub that is generously littered all over the place. Contact with anything that moves does no good at all to your constitution, and accelerates the rate that your life force slips away. Ghosts are the most common foes on the earlier levels. These can be killed with just a few shots, but walking into the corpses left behind is just as deadly. Later levels introduce the acid pools, eyes, snakes, and the fire-breathing dragons, the most deadly of all. The music on the title screen bears a curious resemblance to the Ghostbusters theme tune. It doesn't actually play through the game itself, but that is more than made up for by the brilliant spot effects that accompany the game. Instead of the usual blips and beeps, digitized squeaks and chomps play throughout. The speech, though not exactly intelligible, sounds cute and fits in well with the game's theme. Hello Puffy, it chortles when you start, and oh and going to die, as well as when your health gets critical. Puffy's Saga is an extremely polished maze game. The graphics and sound are superb, and alone are enough to lift it above the crowd. It won't be everyone's taste, but if you enjoy exploration games, then get Puffin. First day target score, reach level 6. Second Opinion, an instant classic. It combines elements of Gauntlet, Squeak, and Mubble Madness hilariously to create a thoroughly enjoyable and very addictive game. Green screen, hard going in parts. The verdict, graphics 84%, smooth detailed sprites, a bit on the small side. Sonics 89%, great digitized effects. Grab factor 88%, nice theme tune, more polished than a can of Mr. Sheen. Staying power 79%, lots of screens. Will there be enough? AA rating 85%, mega cute maze game. Huh? Off we go. One of these is it. Puffy Saga. Ubisoft. Please turn disc over. Puffy and Puffin. Get all to go to next level. Health plus 20. Magic Gom. Open gate and chest. Stun. Those open walls. Avoid those. There's little electric things. Extra speed, firepower, super shot, repellency, invisibility, transport, and sensibility. Acid, ghost, snake, eye, and dragon. touch the remains. Yum! Ah! Ah! Okay. Here you go. Level 2. Yum! Ah. That's it. Level 3. Some keys. A lot of keys. Yum. Okay, so I want you to have keys. Ah! Level 4. Ah! Level 5. Yum. Oh no. Ah! Ah! Yum. Wah! 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 Oh. Gotta move up. More keys. More keys. Ooh, chests. Yum. Where's that magic gum? How do we use this? Maybe if one just pauses. Oh, M for map. I can know that one. So how do we use magic? Oh, apparently I've used it and I haven't noticed. I think I would do something to the acid blobs or something, but no. Right. Ah! Oh, look at that food. Oh, more food. Oh. Yum. Yum. shoot them. Wow. Okay, now where do we get full part map? No. Can we not use the map now? Ah. Oh, over there. Okay. I gotta find a way there, that's all. Like this is all avoidable damage or something. Alright. Level 7. Yum. Ah. Ah. Get out of there. Careful. Yum. Oh, jeez. Ghosts everywhere. I can see words. G-A-I-T-H. Oh. Ow. Oh, a little period there after death. Ow. Level 9. Ooh, food. Yum. Rah. Food. do we get into here? Must be a trap somewhere or something. Right, don't shoot that. Ah, do it again. Okay. Ah, geez, ghosts. Okay. Loads of levels, I guess. Eventually. Or is it just decided it's had enough? I think it crashed or something. Oh well. We got 10 stages out of it. It's probably enough. We'll move on. One way to stop the game from running too long, I guess. Alright, next game. It's Oriental Games by Firebird. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc. Joystick or keys. Ah, so, humble Englishmen, you think you can take on the finest Oriental masters and beat them at their own games? Then take your place in Oriental Games, where the one true master shall be found, for so it is written. Oriental Games is a multi-event martial arts beat-em-up. Try saying that with a mouthful of chips. It's based on 4 different combat sports that are so popular in the Far East. Kung Fu is first. This is a real kick 'em in event. Action is fast and furious. It's all about outmaneuvering your opponent, being in the right place to deliver the final death blow. Kendo is next. Armed with a big wooden stick, you have to bash your opponent's brains out while avoiding the same fate yourself. This is the only event where you have any weapon other than foot and fist. Freestyle is a streetwise variation on Kung Fu. Here the rules are more relaxed, and dirty fighting is the way to win. Headbutts are allowed and are good for inflicting damage to your adversary. Sumo wrestling is the final event. 2 fat men attempt to push each other out of the ring. Fans of Sally and all the other massive men on Channel 4's late night program will love this one. Each event has its own knockout being quite appropriate, competition. 8 entrants use their strength, skill, and stamina in an attempt to outwit each other in the various forms of combat and win the coveted gold medal, silver and bronze. Silver and bronze are also available, and you'll have plenty good to win. You'll have to pretty good to win any of them. Medals are also awarded for overall performance in all 4 events, but you'll have to be exceptional to rank anywhere in this comprehensive category. Even in the first round, the challenges are difficult to beat. It's not impossible, however, and after a bit of practice, you'll find yourself in with a fighting chance. Groan. As you progress through the tournament, your adversaries get tougher and tougher, and when you're finally ousted from the competition, the remaining entrants carry on without you. The results of the fights are displayed on screen as the fights are played. Fortunately, you don't have to sit through all of this every time. A quick few stabs of the fire button passes this section by. Up to 4 human players can take a part in the competition. They are always pitted against a computer-controlled fighter in the first round. So to have a decent 2-player game, both players will have to win a couple of bouts before they can do battle against each other. A pity, as the greatest challenge in any game is always found playing against another person. The game has no practice option either, which would have been the best way to implement an instant 2-player game. The conventional system of fighting moves has been employed, with different key or joystick combinations resulting in different actions. As usual with this type of game, your first go consists of leaping around the screen aimlessly, having no clear idea of how to do any particular move. After a few goes, that changes, and your flying kicks and karate chops become more tuned in to your joystick movements. The gameplay is very slick. The action is non-stop, and taking your eyes off the screen for a second could spell your doom. Energy is represented by bars for each player. It is depleted by alarming amounts, depending on the type of blow your opponent lands. If you manage to avoid being hit for some time, then your strength is slowly replenished. However, it's hard to hit your enemy with anything resembling accuracy. Well, it was for us. Your best bet is to leap around frantically and launch a crafty attack when the other guy isn't looking. An authentic Oriental jingle plays through the title screen. Authentic enough to have you reaching for that volume control before you unleash some real karate chops on your CPC. Sound is fairly limited throughout the game itself, though. No music and just a mere smattering of spot effects. A bell sounds at the start of each match, and there's a fairly convincing thwack every time your punch or kick hits home. But apart from that, the game is silent. Graphically, the game is a black belt. The sprites are large, flicker-free, and nicely animated. It includes a close-up of your expression as you're dealt yet another blow by your assailant. The backgrounds, too, are fairly well drawn, not that you really take much notice of them in the thick of battle. All in all, Oriental Games is a tough fighting game with a lot of gameplay. The 4 sections are similar in concept, but it's different enough to offer plenty of variety. It does miss out on a couple of things, especially an easy human versus human option, but pretty graphics and plenty of challenge go a long way towards making up for such comparatively minor shortcomings. First day target score, win a gold medal. Second opinion, I wouldn't know a kendo stick if it poked me in the eye. Even so, Oriental Games was great fun, until I realised that all you ever get is more of the same. A really excellent game for combat fans, limited for the rest of us. Green screen. A green belt is nothing to be ashamed of. Fighting mad. The common image of martial arts conjures up a vision of Oriental gentlemen throwing Death Stars at each other, performing double backward somersaults and simultaneously flooring several opponents with a series of death-dealing kicks and punches, all delivered in a wonderful gravity-defying slow-mo. The reality is very different from the Hollywood interpretation, of course. Martial arts can be roughly defined as any form of combat that follows a set of predefined rules and is taught from one generation to the next. They have developed in societies where combat is central to the way of life, both spiritually and socially, and have evolved independently in many cultures all over the world. While it's true that the Chinese have developed a greater variety of disciplines and the Japanese have developed martial arts most highly, the Orient is far from the only corner of the world where fighting skills have been learned. Outside the Orient, India is another major centre for martial arts. Although considered today mainly as a sport, the roots of martial arts lie in far more warlike times. The Japanese have developed fighting skills so highly because of the primitive feudal system that has shaped so much of the country's history. It's something to do with all the raw fish they eat too. Okay. The verdict. Graphics 86%, good solid sprites and animation. Sonics 51%, convincing Japanese jingle on title screen. Only the barest spot effects in play. Grab factor 82%. Very great, very good looking. A bit too difficult at first. Staying power 79%. Plenty of fighting moves to master. That's proper human versus human option. AA rating 78%. One of the better beat 'em ups. Huh? Okay. Oriental Games. Enter humble name. Yeah. Wonder what the default could be. Wouldn't be something stupid, would it? Select controls. Joystick. No feedback on whether you push the button or not. For next player. Oh, that's right, it's only set to one player, so there's no next player. Number of players, it's the one. So back to main menu. Alright. Let's get started. Yeah, we're the stars. So we're up against Slugger. Round one. Oh, backflip. Ugh. Ow. Ow. Oh, got him. Ow. On the back of the head. Well, that's it. We lost. Quarter-final. Semi-final. The boss. Oh, that lasted a long time, didn't it? Change the name. Okay. Let's go. Wong Tong this time. It'll make a difference. Oh, this is Kendo. I'm getting beaten here. Oh. Well. Yeah, this is hard, alright. quarterfinal. China Lee. That's her name. Tut Singh. Names. Okay. Into Oriental Games. Oh. I'm going to do this until he hits. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Ow. Oh. Ow. Really? Damn it. It's doing so well. I guess we do sumo next. Ow. Ow. Oh, he fell over on his own. So this is exactly what real sumo wrestling is like. Oh. Well. How are you going to win a gold medal? This game's hard. Ow. Ow. God damn it. Oh, that didn't work. 1-1. Quarter final. Ow. 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 Ah. The game's hard. One last go at the sumo, I guess. Ah. Oh, still got. Oh, never mind. Oh, that was that. Not a clue what you're doing. Oh, I guess that's that. Alright, we'll move on because we're going to get away on that. Alright, next game. If there's a next game, that is. No, there isn't. That was it. Balrog. More helpful hints and adventuring lore from the hairy one. Cower in the presence of the Balrog mortals, the Balrog has been busy exploring the land of Kurvnia this month, bringing back clues and tips for all those wanderers stuck in a magnetic scrolls game. Aren't Infocom games brilliant? Writes Dave Harvard of Ferrum. One of the things I like most about Infocom adventures is the lack of word matching exercises. I really do believe that if you let yourself get drawn by the atmospheric descriptions and responses, the solutions to most problems are quite obvious. Let's face it, Balrog, lurking horror really does get your hair whiter than other adventures. I recall being visibly shaken, climbing the rope in the dome room only to find out later that it was the tentacle from the Thing. You're right, Dave. Lurking Horror is an amazing adventure and very atmospheric. It is one of my favourite, although the Balrog's hair is still definitely black. Dave continues, one of my latest additions is Scapegoat by level 9. What stunning graphics, especially by the Austin standards. Yep, the graphics in Scapegoat are very good, especially the lightning striking the church tower at the end of Part 1. It's a shame that some of the later Infocom games with graphics were never released on the Amstrad, as the Belg would have loved to have seen them. One last question in the Lords and Ladies column. Should the adventurers stated be solved, or is it okay if you're quite a way into them? Well, when you become Lord or Lady of Adventure, you should have completed all the games on your list. Then there is no chance of a reader wasting a stamp on someone who has gone less into a game than themselves. Have you any hints for Slain? We have got the eye from the Phoenix, also taken the gold ring and buried it in the mine. On putting the eye and the Phoenix into the furnace, the fire demon appears, which you can kill. Likewise with the gold ring, when you bury it, an earth demon appears, which you kill. Could you please help me in getting further in the game? Writes F. Collins. Unfortunately, I don't have any tips for Slain. Anybody want to send some? However, I do have a full map sent in by an anonymous reader, so I printed it for you. The Borg received his first bribe, a 1p piece, glued to a very strange letter, even stranger than Bob Adams, from Douglas Thompson, otherwise known as Sturm the Adventurer. Douglas wrote it to join the Bar's Tale Club, but also asked some profound questions. Is the Balrog human? Is broadly human? And why did the world start? He also enclosed a rather revealing picture of Trenton Webb before the Time Warp accident left him terribly disfigured. A warning to David, messing with Trenton the Space Marine is dangerous, messing with the Balrog is almost suicide, but broadly, death! Make sure she doesn't catch you asking questions like that again. All the tips. Magnetic Scrolls special, but Dundarash is not a Magnetic Scrolls game. Whatever. Contacting the Balrog. As always, the Balrog is interested in all matters adventurial. So write to the Balrog, care of Amstrad Action, and your letters will be sent by Orc to the Balrog's lair. All letters are read, and your points, though not always printed, are always noted. Just for laughs! More rib ticklers this month from Simon Netherwood, Ant Crusher, and Stuart White. Big sleaze, try swearing, and say hi, and why. Hollywood hijinks. Tried smelling the rosebush in Garden East? Have you called the operator on the phone? How about putting on the catcher's mask? They're the goddesses of Phobos. Try putting objects other than the jar into the machine. The rabbit turns into a rabbi. Oh. After getting the picture of Jean Harlow, open the door to the east. Ask your partner to kiss the frog. Pipe Mania, addiction beyond belief. This guy. CNVG, February 1990, 94%. Pipe Mania is a classic puzzle arcade game that's so addictive it should come with a government health warning. Pipe Mania is a game of great ingenuity, simple in concept, and fiendishly challenging to play. You'll need to act instinctively, but think strategically. One wrong move, one brief hesitation, or misplaced pipe section, and you'll drown in a sea of slime. ST Action. Pipe Mania is a conceptually simple and cheeky game, which is incredibly addictive. Commodore User Screen Star. Terrifically addictive, at last, any arcade conversion. 0 March 1990. 92%. Buy this game and you may never sleep again. The Games Machine Star Player Award, 83%. A puzzle game of great ingenuity and addictivity. Is that a word? Addictivity? Pipe Mania is simple in concept, fiendishly challenging in play, and attractive to look at. Zap Sizzler. Absolutely guaranteed to drive you around the bend. Amiga Computing Excellence Award, 95%. A game with a gameplay that shines. Game Players Award USA, the PC strategy game of 1989. Look at all the wars it's got. Available for Commodore Amiga, IBM PC and compatible with Atari ST, Commodore 64 cassette, Commodore 64 disc, Spectrum cassette, Spectrum disc, Amstrad CPC cassette, Amstrad CPC disc, MSX, BBC Electron cassette, BBC disc, Apple Macintosh, and Archimedes. So it's on everything, basically. Type-ins. Adam Waring, the man keyboards loved haters here, so get typing. Accounts. Ian Kerr. Disk recommended. If your accounts are in a mess, then this is the program for you. It lets you use your CPC in order to keep all your monetary matters in order. Oh. 2 pages of it. Coloured by Jerome Erkins. This colourful little number from down under displays text as you've never seen it before. The routine only works in mode 1, but Jerome says he is considering rewriting it to work with mode 0 and 2 as well. Get to it, Jerome! Data Maker by Graham Rolls. We last printed a data creator listing about 6 months ago, a 50 to be precise. Graham has come up with a super deluxe version though, and it's well worth typing in. Data Maker takes the tedium out of compiling long lists of hex data. Simply load the data into memory, answer a few simple questions, and the program does the rest. Masterword by Neil Hopkinson. Fans of the Guess the Colour game Mastermind will love this word variation. Up to 4 players can play. Each player takes it in turns to guess the 5-letter word that the computer is thinking of. When you enter a word, the computer will tell you which letters are in the right order, coloured green, which letters are in the word, but not the right order, white. The quicker you guess the word, the more points you score. At the end of the game, the computer tells you what it thinks you'll score. There are 5 rounds per game, and the computer knows over 200 words. What is this, Wordle? Wordle in 1990. Maybe I'll type that in and find out or something. RSX make Graham Rolls. This is a very handy utility that will put machine code programs into the RSX form. It is very easy to use and asks you a set of simple questions. Firstly, it will ask you how many commands there are to be put into RSX form. Next, it asks where the code is to be located. This could be AF00, 9000, or anything else you want it to be. Beware, make sure that you do not go over the machine code you have just programmed. It may be best, for example, if your code starts at 9000 and ends at 9127, to type in 9128 to be sure. Ten bars, Graham Rolls. Mr. Rolls has been very busy indeed this month. His third program adds 10 extra commands to basic. This is what they do. Random, poke, move, protect. Ooh, protects area of memory. Unprotect, save, load, mix dot off, and colors. Saves an area of memory to tape very quickly indeed. Oh, the key number to be entered even. Oh. Stardot by Greg Heslington. It seems that Greg is so intrigued by Andrew Manning's letter in Forum, A54, challenging programmers to come up with a BBC-style Stardot command. They sat down and wrote one. For those interested, the routine patches the text output jump block entry with a call to the Stardot routine. The routine then checks to see if a return character is being printed. If it is, and the first two characters are in Basic's input buffer, apart from spaces, are Stardot, and cast.catalog is called after closing the input file. Okay. Discount software for NJC supplies. $10.90. Oh, there's a disc. It's one beginning to wonder. Cheat mode. Quite a few things have come to light this month that have been causing a number of heads, mainly mine, to ache. You know the feeling. Suddenly everything you thought you could rely on turns out to be wrong. Firstly, you must have noticed that when a game is re-released on a compilation or as a budget, and you whip out an old AA with the very cheat you want, and spending an age typing it in, the thing usually refuses to work. Pretty frustrating, eh? There are two problems. The new version may have a different protection system. Cheat routines are very specific and need to find exactly what they are looking for. This explains why tape pokes will not generally work on disk and vice versa. Alternatively, the game which will have been stored as source code assembly language is reassembled to a different position in memory when reissued, meaning that the actual poke address isn't where it was before. As mentioned last month, this even appears to be the case with some taped disc versions of the same game. Encore's Space Harrier is one of these. For some reason, the main code is 6 memory locations adrift when compared with the original. Just as annoying, some multi-face owners are having trouble getting pokes that lie between 2000 and 4000 to work. This is because when initiated, the multi-face positions its own code in this area and not that of the game. At the bottom right of the multi-face menu, you will see a star. This tells you that the multi-face's own code is accessible. To replace it with game code, press key 29 with a star on it. The star will disappear from the menu and the game code becomes available. Lastly, tape pokes sometimes include their method of use, either method 1 or method 2. Unless otherwise stated, treat all tape pokes as method 1. Just type in the poke, save the poke to tape or disk. If you're in a 664-608, type bar tape, run the poke by typing run. Do not type run quotes, or press or control enter. Put fully rewound game tape into the cassette deck, press play in any key, not escape. Remember, the codes before the line numbers are produced by the typewriter program and should not be typed in. That should get you up and running. If any pokes come along which use a different method, I'll be sure to explain them. But for now, on with the show. Frankenstein Jr. Frankenstein was originally written by Mary Shelley. She was married to the poet Percy Shelley, who knew the flamboyant romantic Lord George Byron. He was maltreated as a child by his mother, who amazingly used to live up the road from me. Synchronicity or what? Unbind Prometheus with Andy's handy tape poke. Lord of the Rings. Lothlorien was never like this. Graham evens up the odds a bit, 1,000,000 to 1 in our favour. The One Ring now passes out of the town of Street into the world of mortal men. Super Tank. Shove in this Super Tank poke from Andy Price of Dunstable, then simulate away to your heart's content. It's a tape routine that does just about everything except move the joystick for you. Move any of the pokes you don't want. Classic Arcadia. Take a tip from Street Starfighter Smith and cheat like mad. All 3 games get infinite lives. Never did like those Space Invaders anyway. I think it's the way they walk. P-47. The glorious graphics of P-47 Thunderbolt. Who needs an Amiga? Who wants to be a millionaire? What's more, they get better and better. To view all that parallax Technicolor type Zebedee into the high score table, and then it's chucks away, chaps, and into the sunset. Space Harrier. Here's that cheat for Encore's budget Space Harrier, probably one of the best programs in the world. Avoid thumb death plus. Press P to pause the game, and then plus to restart, and you'll get another life. Over and over again. Check out the secret writing in the loading screen. Ooh. Beyond the Ice Palace. Another Encore game with updated poke is Beyond the Ice Palace, especially for Asif Kouldry of East Acton, who is having trouble, and who can blame him? I hope you have the Encore version, Asif. The original poke was printed in AF40 and slightly different. What you get is infinite spirits and invulnerability. Super Tank Simulator. Got Super Tank Simulator, but don't like to type in long pokes? Then this is for you. Press escape to pause the game, then type stank. That's the name of the game, not a comment on it. Then escape to return, and you have infinite lives. Thanks, J. Falcon of Optimus Software. You're a fine chap. That's the guy that wrote the game. Right, where's the rest of this? page 76 of 70. We've reached the end of this. That's not right. I'm sure I had more of it. There's certainly more pages than this. Let me check something here. No, 76 pages, huh? That didn't include the whole damn thing. Well, that's fun. They have another version of it. Well, they do have another version of it. Is that a cheat mode booklet? It's a cheat mode booklet. Have a look. 108 pages. Yeah, we've got the whole thing here. Okay. I'll grab this. We're going to get there eventually. PDF. Save. Come on. Hurry up. Okay. Open it. Open. This is on double page. This is annoying. Where are we? Page 76, wasn't it, or something? View mode. Single page. Oh, come on, do it. Thank you. Is this one? Here we go. There's more here. We gotta wait for the pages to load. Ooh. The multi-face way. And we ain't got a thing, huh? It's not capturing it for some reason. Here we go. The multi-face way. Finally, a plethora of multi-face pokes from Paul Williams of Langby, Stephen Freckleton of Liverpool, Michael Liverbarrow of Formby, Hell's George, and Stephen Troop, I've seen that name before, of King's Lynn. Just one thing, however, you may notice there are 2 pokes for Chase HQ, one for the tape version and one for the disc version. This is because the game, it seems, has been assembled differently for each format. This may well be the case on other games also, so for sanity's sake, please try and indicate tape or disc versions when seeing multi-face pokes. Also, bear it in mind, if one of the pokes you try refuses to work, excuse number 472B. Operation Wolf. Stephen Smith of Peterborough suggests that if you're lucky enough to own the light gun version of Operation Wolf, all you have to do is hold down the control shift and escape keys and you will move to the next level. No space for a few multi-face pokes. This month's badge comes from Carl Surrey of Barnet. Thanks, Carl. Chase HQ. The Key Priest cheats are well and truly on the move. Campaign your favourite software house now. Lots of people have discovered a built-in cheat for Chase HQ. Redefine the keys as SHOCKED and test will appear at the bottom right. At any time during play, press 1 to restart level, 2 to move on to the next level, 3, shouldn't I be telling you this, to see the end-game display, and 4, to get an extra life. Thanks to Samir Alamar, Paul Hinchcliffe, Kirk Mitchell, Tien Tran, Paul Williams, and Gregory Janiak, Paul Turner, and Asif Chaudhry for spotting it. You need 10 people to figure that one out. Warning! See it, shoot it! To shoot in the UK by Software House. This disc costs $14.99. This disc could cost £2,000. It's against the law to pirate software. You can be fined £2,000 or go to prison for 6 months. This campaign is organised by ELSPA, European Leisure Software Publishers Association. Piracy is theft. First edition. And so the end is near. And so we face the final... That's enough sentiment. Yes, it's true, the final installment of first edition is here. You've learned how to put together your magazine. Now all you've got to sort out is a little matter of printing and distribution, as Steve Williams explains. Stunningly simple, but massively addictive. Win that printer. Remember that horribly desirable Management Tally MT222 printer we told you about way back in AA49? That's right, the one we were going to give away to the author of the best fanzine sent to us after the end of the first edition series. Well, that time has come. So here's what we remind you what you have to do to win this donking printer. But first, let's just draw over the prizes specs. 24-pin quality, 220 CPS in draft mode, 72 CPS in letter quality mode. Swaps between single sheet and continuous stationery at a keystroke. It's worth £750. Okay, that's got your mouths watering. It's time to answer these little questions we've been asking you each instalment. Part 1, AA48. Who was the author of the first 4 instalments of first edition? Pat MacDonald, Adam Peters, or Geoffrey Davey? Part 2, AA49. According to this edition, who was on the cover of AA the month before? A. Bros. B. An alien from outer space. C. Trenton Webb. 3. AA50. Which of the following is a well-known desktop publishing package for the CPC? A. Industrial Flocculation Plant Simulator. B. Stop Press. C. Battle Ninjas from the planet Zog. Part 4, AA52. What was the subject of this month's instalment? A. Paper recycling. B. Indoor fish keeping. C. Layout. Simply put a tick next to the answers you think are the right ones, okay? Now, just to keep you on your toes, we've got one last question for you. Give us one good reason why we should give you the MT222 and not keep it for ourselves. And boy, that one's going to be tough. Now then, this is a serious bit. If you've been following the series, you've picked up the combined wisdom of some of the greatest publishing intellects in the world, to the point where you should be able to design and manufacture your own magazine, your own fanzine. Yep, you want to send in your own publication. When you send your own publications, it doesn't matter whether they've been put together following the suggestions in the series, or if you've been on DTP for years. Just so as long as the magazine has been put together on a CPC. All the magazines entered will be passed to an independent judge who will rate them according according to their design, writing, and originality, even the age of the author. Which brings us to those all-important little personal details. Name, address, telephone number, age. You can only get until July 31st to design and submit your own fanzine, okay? And once you've done that, send it to us, enclosing this entry form or a photocopy, and you too could win a fabulous £750 MT 222 printer. Right then, you can start. Wait for it. You can start now. Senior software. Senior software. For the old people, I guess. When you're talking Amstrad, talk to microsnips. Making technology work for you. A buyer's guide. Yeah, they made it look different. Same thing though, isn't it? The looks of it. We've got to wait for the page to load. Megaback special offers to Amstrad Action readers. Oh, there's Smog. Smog's here. Smog's not saying anything though. What a shame. But he's there. More buyer's guide. Afterthought. Que diable allait faire dans cette galère? While Trenton was over in France, he took time out to speak to French Premier Francois Mitterrand about the future of the CPC. Monsieur Mitterrand, first of all, do you have an Amstrad CPC? Why non, pourquoi? Yes, I do. And what is your favourite game? Alors, yes, I like mini games. Yes, but do you have one particular favourite? Je suis le premier de la France. Je ne suis pas un jeune petit garçon. Captain Blood is very good. I don't think this is accurately translated. And what do you think of Amstrad Action magazine, Monsieur Mitterrand? Je ne sais pas. Le magazine anglais, c'est all Greek or moi. I read every word. And what is your favourite part of the magazine? Non, je refuse absolument de parler avec un journaliste qui fume les Marlboros. Il stink comme un septic bonfire. I like the type-ins very much. The reviews are also good. Trenton Webb is a very fine journalist. Trenton, are you sure you can translate French? Monsieur Mitterrand, one final question. With your connections, can you get hold of any Amstrad 6128 ROMs? Sur l'eau, the home is full. Les gendarmes, oui. Monsieur Mitterrand, do you know the bus times to the airport? Don't be disgusting, or you won't win an ultra-chic Amstrad Action Super Deluxe t-shirt in a special French flavour caption competition. Just take a look at the picture opposite and translate the mysterious Gothic script into English. Just one clue. It's nothing to do with small vegetables. In case your bifocals aren't up to the job, here's what the legend on the screenshot says. Vous voici accorando. Il y a ici une auberge et un marchand qui a la réputation d'être un escroc. I don't know French, don't ask. Send your answers on a postcard to Bilingual Smart Aleck competition. Okay. First correct entry received before August 31st, 1999 gets the t-shirt. 1999? Oh boy. Blow me down. AA can at last reveal the identity of the lucky winner of the absolutely spiffing Amstrad Action EP-ROM competition in the dazzlingly brilliant February issue, in which the first prize was mind-bogglingly superb EP-ROM programmer and ROM board, which, get on with it. Yes, the winner is none other than Ian Cameron of Moray, Scotland. Well done, Ian. The newsagent Amstrad Action is distributed by Comag. Dear newsagent, please reserve me a copy of the June issue of Amstrad Action due out on Thursday, 17th of May. 25% or more off all non-budget software. All more stuff. Or more the same stuff, I guess, from last time. Just move this bit here. How's that? Thank you. Okay. Here's a mail order form for these games from the previous issue. Amstrad action-packed issues, plus 4 free games. Cassette versions only. The World Cup starts here. A comprehensive guide and game replica of the world's most exciting sports spectacular. Win tickets to the World Cup. Fly to Italy. Stay in Rome for 7 nights and witness the climax of the world's greatest ever sporting event. See competition card and silent game pack for full details and competition rules. Take your place in the finals. Choose a team from a real playing squad and battle through authentic league and knockout phases all the way to the final, playing against the opponents you would expect to meet in the real event. Look at the guy on the right. Oof, look at him. Free World Cup file of facts. 64 colour pages that tell you everything you need to know about the Italy 1990 World Cup finals. World Cup trivia quiz. A chance to test your knowledge in the World Cup starts here trivia quiz. Question: which goalkeeper let in 5 goals in his league debut and went on to captain a World Cup winning side? Answer: who knows? Unique playing features include player versus player option, variable match duration, 2 minutes to 45 minutes, TV style presentation, referee with the ability to use the red card, and much more. Oh no, a referee that can use the red card. Available on Commodore Amiga, Atari ST color monitor, Commodore 64 128, and Amstrad cassette and disc, and Spectrum cassette. Italy 1990. The World Cup starts here. US gold. Authentic game action including variable skill, speed, strength, and aggression levels. Choice of formations, full team seeding system. Copyright 1990 US gold limited. Toto's Island Hop Coin Op. Slip on your magic shoes, practice throwing a rainbow, and head for Doe's Island. Attack Doe as he himself sprays you with an onslaught of bullets. You better be quick, the water's rising. There may only be one way to defeat the vicious monsters on Insect Island. Find the Cup of Destruction. You'll have to be pretty slick with your rainbows so as to overcome the bees, ladybirds, spiders, caterpillars, and yikes, the beehive! Oh no! No, I wish I'd stayed with the bees. They're just buzzing babes compared to those tanks, planes, and copters on Combat Island. Yes, it's time to beat these guys at their own game and take to the air. Now, where's my box of wings? Next stop, Monster Island. Well, you can just find out for yourselves when ghosts, trolls, skeletons, and vampires invite you to supper. It's time to hit the yellow brick road. Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, Atari ST, Amiga. The very best in original gameplay featuring all 7 islands, faithfully reproduced the fun and excitement of the arcade hit. Nobody tell them that the arcade version is 10 islands. And that's the end of the magazine. For real this time.